Hey, what's going on? I'm Lionel, your host for L2B Productions, and you are watching I Watch, You Watch. Today I'm going to be covering a new series, and it's a web series. If you've gone to some of my other videos, you know I do a lot of reality shows / more scripted shows, but I also have this love for web series, and I found a new one that I love and you're gonna love. You're probably like, well, why do you think I'm supposed to love what you love? You don't have to. I'm trying to peep you onto game of something that you can enjoy. So there's this new web series and it's called Complicated. I'm saying it how they worded it out, but it's complicated. And this is from Showtime Productions, and it's about complicated relationships. With this could be complicated relationships as far as romantic and also friendship. And oh my God, I'm totally in love with this series, and there's only been 3 episodes thus far. The showrunners are Kirit Greer and also Mr. Johnny Sizemore. Shout out to them both, all producers, directors, the actors, stellar acting, stellar writing. So let's get into this. So we start the episode with Calvin and Devin, aka Mo. They are this married couple, and we see that something has happened that has caused Calvin to want to separate and divorce Devin. Devin is pleading with Calvin, come on, just stay with me. We can work through this, we can talk through this. And Calvin's very upset at whatever she did. And basically he calls her self-absorbed, he made her. He's that type of individual, I guess, that has really been really supplying Mo with in making her, basically. So he helped her start start her business on his own dime. Basically build her own salon with his money. And he made this comment of, I made you. So it seems like a very toxic relationship, and it looks like Calvin is the villain within the story, but not so. But basically at this point he's leaving and pleading with her, and he made this comment. He said, I hope living out your sick and twisted fantasies was worth it. That's gonna come into play later, because I just have to let you know, I actually filmed something early this week, but I kept saying I'm missing some stuff. I'm missing some key stuff. So I had to go back and watch again, because there was too much hidden jewels within the first few episodes. I'm like, okay, no. But again, I hope living out your sick and twisted fantasies was worth it. He says also, I'm coming for everything you have. He leaves the house. He's getting into his car. Mo is aggressively trying to plead with him to stay, and then she morphs into this person that what I see is her bucking up against him and saying, you can't face me like a man, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, he told you exactly how he feels, and not really wanted to deal with you anymore because of the betrayal. So at this point he's saying, move out of his way. She doesn't get it, and she's still trying to fight up against him. he grabs her and flings her across the driveway into the grass. Of course, a lot of people would think it was wrong. I don't think it's the right thing to do, but however, he asked you multiple times to move. Then you buck up against the man like you're a man against him. I mean, look, maybe he didn't have to throw you or fling you as far as he did, but I don't know what other choice he had in the matter. So it's like, who's right? You can't say Calvin's completely wrong, but you can still say that he has some fault in that type of altercation. 6 months later, the next character we do meet is Zay. We find out that Zay is Mo's cousin, and he's a waiter at her best friend's, Erica, whom we'll meet a little bit later, and husband's restaurant. So he's there with his lady, his new perspective. Basically, he's an F-boy, or in a more smoother term, player, or at least a 90s term. So Zay is with this woman, and the phone is going off. We find out that he's late for his job, but the lady thinking it's another woman that she has to compete with, so she's trying to mark her territory. And Mo basically is not really paying her mind. Zay grabs the phone, and then handles that situation with Mo. The woman thinks that she now needs to make this relationship serious, and he just basically laughs in her face and say, "You know what this is? We just hook up. That's it." And she just thinks that things are gonna change. And then she's getting all mad. "I don't want to see you no more. Don't call me." And then he said, basically, I'll see you next week. I don't know what the right term, I'm just paraphrasing. But basically, you'll be back with this arrogant tale. So the next scene is with the friendship group. This is Val, Erica, and Mo. They're at Erica and Erica's husband's restaurant. Erica's husband's name is Chase. Val, she's the more no-nonsense and also the comedic relief. Also, Zay is too. I love those two characters because they're crazy. But Mo is telling the women about Calvin. She's telling them that Calvin cheated on her, and they're trying to figure out, well, why is he putting up this fight? Because it's been a 6-month-year-long battle, and he's trying to take the children. But Val is like, well, no, something ain't adding up, because 1 + 1 still equals 2, but you're saying it's 5. And when she calls Mo out on it, Mo gets very offended. And basically, how dare you try to say that I'm lying? And Mo, you're lying. Because it doesn't make sense. Come on. Like, some people that lie and are pathological liars will say anything knowing it don't even make sense. For some reason, Erica's just taking it in and just being sympathetic and saying, she's going through a lot. Even when Mo took a personal dig at her husband and the restaurant that they run, basically calling the ethnic food, bland. Because of, we'll get into that in just 1 second. Then Mo leaves, then Val and Erica go at it for a second, because Erica's basically telling Val to lay off of her, and Val's like, no, none of this, none of that. We don't do that over here. And Val turned it back on her, like, why are you letting her get away with that? She took a personal dig at you guys, and you should have cussed her out. And I know you wanted to. There are some friends that'll just let things slide, which is kind of sad. But I personally, I probably take it for a second and then, okay, wait a minute. We're not going through this. Yeah, we're not going through this. Like, check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know that old saying. Let's see, what's up? The next scene is still at the restaurant. Zay is being a waiter, and we meet a new character. Her name is Kennedy. And you can tell by how she is, she's kind of free-spirited. She's about her business. And Zay tries to holler at him and thought these old played out ways of hooking a girl was gonna work. She did bite, but not in the way that he wanted her to bite. And instantly, they kind of have this conversation. She's questioning him, or they both questioning each other about being single. And then when he's asked it, he's like, well, why would that be even a question? And she had to point out, your phone is ringing off the hook, and it has to be a woman that has your attention like this. And basically he's saying, no, blah, 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 blah. In walks another woman, and she starts popping off and basically going off on Kennedy as if she's the problem. And she ends up, just so that he could be cock blocked, that Zay and her had been together, and Zay gave her chlamydia. At this point, Kennedy's like, I gotta be pumped. Let's see. We saw Mo, she did call Calvin, this is 6 months later, in a more passive type, can we talk about it? Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna meet you at your video shoot, because Calvin's gonna be shooting for, I believe this is for some official office for the city. I think it's for being a mayor. So Mo shows up. He's right at the end of filming. And then Mo thinks that she could just say congratulations, blah, 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 blah. And in comes Becky with the good hair, her replacement. Don't you ever for a second get to thinking, Mo, that you're irreplaceable. So, basically, Mo has this Bernadine moment from Waiting to Exhale and said, how dare you get a white woman? But Becky, I know she has a name. I forgot the character's name. Basically trashes her and says, oh, so you're the one that Calvin's been talking about. And they really are condescending to her. They seem to be this happy power couple, at least for image's sake. So then Mo, she walks off. Mo and Calvin, they get into it, and she's threatening him, like, this is the last time that you embarrass me, blah, 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 blah. And Calvin's like, he don't care, basically. And he wants custody of the children. And she's basically saying no, blah, 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 blah. And he says, if you don't give me custody of my children right now, I'm gonna tell them why we're really getting a divorce. And that makes her cower down. She's not the same after all that. Keep in mind what I said earlier. I hope living out your sick and twisted fantasies was worth it. Don't forget about that. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see if I got everything going on. That's pretty much the whole episode. I love this episode. Tune into my episode 2 review. And hopefully you've watched the episode, right? I'll have the links down below. Go visit, go subscribe, give your comments, go share it with someone else. And with this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, peace.